Hey, how's it going, folks? Eric here. Today we're going to be working on the E blues. Now, this is really where it all began as far as what modern blues and rock and roll has evolved from. This little chord progression we'll be working on today, the 1-4-5, is really what spawned all of blues and rock. So it's a really good one to know. It's really simple and yeah, it's a lot of fun too. So the progression specifically that we're going to be covering today is an E minor blues shuffle. So think Stevie Ray Vaughan. There are actually 5 chords in this progression, even though it's called a 1-4-5 because there's a turnaround. So anyway, the 1 chord is the E major 7th. The 4 chord is an A major 7th. The 5 chord is a B minor 7th. And then the turnaround is a quick C ninth to B ninth that you just slide down. So yeah, that's really all there is to it. So we'll go over how to play each one of those chords, and then we'll go over a little picking technique, and then we'll have a little fun with it. So the E major 7th, the tonic chord for this, you put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, your ring finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, your index finger on the 1st fret of the G string, and your pinky on the 3rd fret of the B string, and you play the high and low E strings open. So, real nice, powerful, full-sounding chord. Now then, the 4 chord in this progression, the A major 7th, is really easy. So to do this chord, you make a bar over the first 4 strings, the high E, the B, the G, and the D, with your index finger over the 2nd fret, and then you put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the high E, and you play your A string open. Just like that. Now the B minor 7th is a little tricky because of what you got to do with your ring finger and your pinky. I'll explain that in a second, but you start with your middle finger on the A string, 2nd fret, your index finger on the D string 1st fret, and your ring finger on the G string 2nd fret, and then your pinky on the high E string 2nd fret. Now the tricky part here is leaving this B string open to ring in between your pinky and your ring finger, because it is the root note of the chord, and you know, it's just a little tricky to keep your fingers from hitting that open string, but that's the chord. And then the turnaround is this 9th chord, which is commonly considered a more advanced chord, but it's really easy. And to play this one, you start with a bar over the first 3 strings on the 3rd fret, and you know, the high E, the B, and the G on the 3rd fret. Then you're going to want to stick your index finger on the D string 2nd fret and reach over and put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. And that's the C ninth, and you just slide it down to the B, just like that. And so those are the chords. So the next thing we're going to want to work on with this is the right hand technique. And so this, it's all done. Yeah, let's see if I can't get my, hold on here. Get my sound hole up in the view of the camera here. So the picking technique for this is you want to mute the downstrokes and let the upstrokes ring. So just like that. So, you know, it's kind of like playing ska, except with a lot more syncopation. So I'll just play the whole chord progression for you. You can watch my hands if I can get it all in the view of the camera. Let's move this, and So yeah, this is how it goes. And so the only exception to that where you actually do play the downstrokes is on the turnaround for this part. And you just want to bang on those two chords with real good downstrokes. So anyway, that's all the boring stuff. So now, you know, just to get you, we'll discuss the leads more in the next lesson, but you know, I'll just show you a little bit of how it works. It's all based off of the minor pentatonic scale, which is the only reason this is called the major blues or the minor blues, and you can do a major pentatonic scale over that too, but that one's a little trickier. So anyway, for a little bit of fun, here we go. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And of course, if you have any questions, clarifications, anything like that, just feel free to leave me a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time. Adios.